What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Cars at the Ball, covering more Infinite Magicraid content. And we are going to be talking about Mutu because a lot of you would have got him from the free legend and the hero quest. So we're going to go over his exclusives, emblems, auras, skills, equipment. We're going to do a little showcase on him as well where he's used. So first things first, we always start on his skills, okay? We always start on his skills. Now he deals 240% attack damage to a single enemy and gains a layer of boiling, which means he can transform into a werewolf when he reaches, I think it's 7 layers. This does increase by 20% each time, so it's up to 320% attack damage for a basic, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. His first active skill, Roar, which is what you'll use when entering battle, okay? You'll use this when entering battle. Increases self-attack by 20% for 2 turns while gaining 2 layers of boiling and 1 more action turn. So it's a good way for you to transform into a wolf early on. It does have a small cooldown, only 3-turn cooldown, which means it can be used quite often. Now his first passive, his only passive, Mutu transforms into werewolf form when boiling reaches 7 layers. Mutu takes 10% less damage when in human form. Now, boiling obviously transforms him into it, and claws increases 6% up to 30% piercing rate for Mutu. So that would be each layer of the buff up to 7. He has a increased damage reduction here as well, so it does go up to 20% damage reduction, which is quite a lot. Okay, now his first exclusive here, when Mutu is in werewolf form, he also has the damage reduction effect of human form. That's a really nice exclusive one because it means that he's taking less damage. Okay, he's taking less damage, which is a great thing. It's also retained after he's revived or after wave transitions. So E1 is really massive for Mutu. It's really massive because it means that we can go straight into battle, pump out the layers, have him as werewolf the entire time. At level 2, Mutu gains 2 layers of boiling at the beginning of each wave, resets the cooldowns of all skills when he transforms into werewolf form. Exclusive level 3, when Mutu is in werewolf form, increases his piercing rate by 6% up to 30% when a turn starts. So we was obviously looking at claws, and this is what that is. So you don't have this normally, I believe. This gets activated at E3. So a 30% piercing rate is a lot. That's 30% defense ignore. Now his final active skill is Hunting, which deals 540% attack damage to a single enemy and gains 3 layers of boiling. Gains 2 more layers of boiling if the target is killed. 60%, 600, 660, 720% attack damage in total. A cooldown of 4, which is very generous for a big damage dealer there, especially if you've got him at E3. However, mine is only E1, so you will see how he is at E1. So it's quite an average kind of Mutu. He's only got a 10% increase on his attack rate, unlike the what he would have up here. You know, it would be a lot different. His emblems, how I have him built, is currently like this. If you want to go ahead and snip this, you feel free. I'm going to move myself back over now. Okay. So the reason I've got defense is because I have him on a leech build, which means that, you know, he deals a ton of damage and he's also healing himself all the time. So he's very hard to kill, especially with that damage reduction as well. Increased his attack and then taking all the damage dealt and direct damage dealt to the enemy. Okay, we also took crit damage as the final emblem, which is pretty huge. I mean, like control resistance, very nice for him. Effect resistance as well. Healed effect, meaning I'm pretty sure that does help his leech. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Please let me know. We increase his defense percent, and when self health is reduced by 25% or more, he will heal some as well. That's only on direct damage, however. Now, what auras do we use for Mutu? Well, I currently have him on Victory Rush Aura. That's because it increases all the damage dealt, well, all the direct damage dealt, and he only deals direct damage. But what else could we use? You've got the likes of Pristine Attack Aura, which is basic attacks have more crit rate. You could go for Extreme Evasion Aura, but I would still definitely go for the Pristine Attack Aura, especially early on. Brutal Recovery Aura could be a nice one as well, because when he's killing someone, we also get health back. Other than that, you could go for Campaign Boost Aura if you're earlier on pushing through the campaign stages. I mean, it's still useful outside of the campaign because, you know, it's still increasing up to 16% crit rate for all skills. It doubles in campaign, however, so that's pretty big. Frenzied Bloodlust Aura is also another good one. When landing a crit rate, this attack has more leech. So he has much more survivability. Is it Fearless Aura? We possibly use this one, but I would still rather go with the Frenzied here. Fatal Tardiness Aura could be okay. Getting more crit rate when attacking someone under speed down, and also more crit rate when attacking someone under freeze, but you would need to have them with CC for that. You would need to have them with CC for that. Increase Deep Targeting Aura could be another one. This is increasing direct damage dealt. Additionally, increases damage dealt by a certain percentage when attacking targets to counted mark. The increased self-turn meter of Accurate Harvester Aura could be a very, very good one as well. Inflicting a kill, we're increasing our turn meter. Boss Slayer Aura, a very nice legend one. Shield Smash Aura could be super, super nice, especially with the piercing rate combined with an E3 move too. Could be deadly. Bloodthirst Aura would be nice for the leech if you've got them on that kind of survival build. And I think that is about it. That is about it. You could possibly put Mutu onto the Skill Master Aura because he is casting active skills quite often for the rest of the team. I wouldn't go Combat Vanguard Aura on him. That's more for an AoE damage dealer. Okay, so we've considered his emblems, exclusives, auras, and we've talked about his skills. So what about his gear? What do we use? Well, you can go down 2 routes, well, quite a few routes actually. You're going to want to have him on a crit rate, crit damage build, all right? But you are going to want to, you know, focus into attack rate as well. Let's just, okay, so that's basically what I just said. Crit rate, crit damage, attack. You know, crit damage is massive, but you really want to have a lot of crit rate, okay? Now, if you can sustain above 60% crit rate, I'm going to tell you to go down the attack rate route, so you're always dealing good damage, unless you've got people like Poseidon or Daisy to boost that crit rate, crit damage as well. But you can go into the attack set, you can go into the crit rate set, crit damage set early on. If you've got a ton of crit rate on these crit rate rolls, that would be tough. Another one, you could possibly go on a leech if you get an amazing rolls. You might just be lucky. Slay set, arguably one of the better choices because it's crit rate and crit damage increase. I currently have mine on. I have mine on a crit rate set, and let me move myself over so you can see the stats here. I have mine on a leech set and a crit rate set. So this is what I was saying about leech and crit rate, because, you know, it's useful. And a lot of people will get the leech set early on from the campaign quest. So you just got to hope it rolls pretty good. I think these are the 2 of the pieces, possibly. So we could go wild set is another very, very good one. In fact, I probably will switch over for this crit rate set. Have I got anything here for the moment? I don't. Oh, that's a nice piece though. Oh, I'm tempted to change the leech set, but I do like the leech. What are these boots like? I do like... Okay. We're switching. These are better stats. Yeah, much better stats. A little tiny bit less crit damage, but they are better stats overall. So wild is very good. Another one that's very good would be Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty could be, or is it Fearless? Is it Fearless or Bloodthirsty? Crit rate, leech, and I think it has mastery on it. So I think it's Bloodthirsty or Fearless. So one of those 2. But, you know, ideally, Slay set. Is this... I'm getting lost. The wild set is very good as well. And, you know, crit rate set to help boost that crit rate initially. But you can see my rolls here: crit rate, attack rate, crit damage. This is what you want to focus. Crit rate, crit damage on the boots. You know, these aren't the perfect boots, but, you know, we've got to deal with what we've got. The crit rate neck here is attack rate. Let me just quickly see if I've got chest and neck. What is this? No. No. Okay, I don't. I could probably pull it off another hero, but I'm not going to. Now, artifacts, I've gone for crit rate. I mean, we are at 100% crit rate now, so we don't need to do any more. That's, you know, it's a given. So that's great. The crit damage isn't bad. 21.6% crit rate. I could possibly go for a crit damage artifact. Now, you want to switch between crit damage or crit rate, depending on what you have. That's terrible rolls. Can I get a crit rate piece here? the reason I'm doing this is because, you know, the crit damage scale's higher than, say, crit rate. Ugh, go away. Go away. What about attack rate? No. Alright, that's that done. So you're going to want to go for either crit rate or crit damage, and then you're going to want to substats of attack rate, crit damage, or speed if you can get it. On the... Oh, I need to change the filter. I'm slacking, guys. I'm sorry. So for the second artifact, you're going to want to have attack, crit rate, crit damage. Unluckily, we've got a mastery roll there. That wasn't great. If you can get speed, again, fantastic. Final piece, you're going to want to get speed with crit rate, attack rate, crit damage on it if you can get it. And that's how we build him. You know, we really do want to try and get really high subs or main stats on our Mutu. So that is that for his build and how he works. But how does he perform now that we've built Mutu? Let's have a little look. Let's go first into Classic Arena and just see who we can attack here a moment. Let's attack Old Cat. What's he got? Depending on how fast they are. I'm going to use a weird team. Well, I say weird team. It is a nice team. I might remove Catherine. No, because Nasil's going to ruin me. All right, let's see if we can win this. It could be a close one. I may completely mess up here. Let me move myself over a moment. I did remember this time. And people are frozen. We're going to freeze. That's been cleansed. That's fine because we have Elena to strip these buffs. We did survive that. I mean, look at the counter attacks there from. So we're going to strip these buffs now. I know Mutu is already stacked in crit rate. This won't make a difference, but it will give him more crit damage and attack rate as well. Let's just have a little look at his stats now that he's buffed. Look at this. 54k attack, nearly 55. 150% crit rate. 305% crit damage. And this is how he's going to nuke so hard. Now we're going to raw. Get some more, and we've rated our stats. Don't do that. If you're using Poseidon with Mutu, just take the buffs because we just nerfed ourselves, okay? We just nerfed ourselves. It doesn't matter because, you know. But in fact, it's a good representation of what he's like without, say, Poseidon. So let's go ahead and nuke the enemy Luna. 501,000 or 516,000. That was a bit disappointing, actually. But he's not in werewolf form yet. That is his human form. Oh. Let's kill this Margarita. How much can he do with attack down on a basic? 212. That was in werewolf form. We're going to protect Poseidon. Buff up. I would like to be able to strip these buffs what we can. Let's kill this Poseidon. He's going to annoy me. Now we can strip. Or no, we can actually nuke down this Luna. No, we can. Because the ultimate's gone. I'm not using my basic on that. I'll waste the buffs again. We're going to use raw. He does get attack up 2 in raw status. I didn't mention that in the build. But he also increases all allies' attack by 20% as well. He also increases his basic attack damage, and he gets leech on it. And he also deals 2 stages of 470% attack damage, and it has more leech. So I should have covered that in the build. I'm sorry if I missed that bit out. So let's nuke Luna here, and we're just going to see the damage now with attack up. Is that crit damage up? He shouldn't have that, should he? Where's he got the crit damage from? Okay. Does Poseidon last 2 turns on that? Right, let's nuke Luna. 950 and then 1 million. So 1.9, nearly 2 million nuke. Massive. Massive, right? Granted. Now, with just his in werewolf form, because he is ignoring some armor, right? Look at this, 976. So he really does need to be in werewolf form to be dealing his big damage. That's how we can make the most use of him. And we can self buff again. And you can see why he'd work with the skill master aura, because he does get a lot of active skill turns. Let's strip these buffs. I've got frozen there, so we'll have missed a turn. Let's nuke this Nasil. So nasty. So nasty. You know, he's doing really, really good damage. Let's have a look at the stats. How much damage did he actually? 6.2 million. Let's consider him with. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more battle a moment. I'll probably lose this one with this team. I'm gonna switch it up a bit. We're gonna take Proceeding out. We're gonna throw in Hoff. So we get these extra attacks, meaning we can stack more boiling on the enemy. We really need to kill this Zia if we can. Or do we target Catherine first? I mean, all right. We're going to debuff now and hope that Catherine doesn't cleanse before the speed down. Should mean Hoff will go before this Catherine. Yeah, he did. Okay, which means that we have much more chance with the health burn being on. She doesn't get that that cleanse off. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and nuke Catherine so it doesn't get the counter. 900k straight into werewolf form. We could have done Zia. But it was like a safe bet kind of thing. We would have got the extra nuke as well. But I wanted to guarantee that he was in werewolf form. Everyone's in stealth. How frustrating is Luna? Now Catherine's back. That Mutu's sleeping. Werewolves don't sleep, do they? I don't know. Okay, we need to kill Catherine again. And we're going to try and target... Oh, goddamn stealth. Can we break through this? Oh, no! We lose. Should have targeted either Luna or Zia first. Because we had buff... You know what? I'll give him the win. We're going to try that again. We're going to try that again quickly. Safe AA. I hope you're clapping away there. I hope you're clapping away there, mate. Okay. So we're going to strip right away. Oh, Luna wasn't frozen. And he has a resistance buff. That's not good. We did nuke down Catherine. Wow. I was shocked to see that then. Is a health burn going to be enough to... Yeah. Well, I really need to kill this Zia or Luna. We have no debuffs on us. I don't really want to hit Zia because she's going to counter, but let's try and freeze her. Oh, goodness me. We're going to do it again. Alright, this time it's going to be a win. Mutu, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh, Luna's resisted again. Okay, we're going to save the cleanse, the strip even, for the next turn. Oh, good. We've got a bit graced with some luck there, I think. Right, now we strip. Hope to God that we don't get hypnotized or whatever. Now let's try and kill Zia. Oh, goodness. Freeze Luna. Oh, this was done messily. Really messy. Making myself look so average. I am average, guys. I am average. Okay. Right, let's hope we can kill Ben Austin so we get an extra turn. 1 million there. Now we'll move on to Luna. You know, Hoff is harder to use, but if you have the... Like, if it was Lucifer, it'd be so much different right now. But Mutu just needs to get going. He needs to get into werewolf form. Whereas Lucifer's ready to go from the offset, you know. All right, well, we did beat him. It wasn't done in the best way. Let's be honest. We can be very good in. Let me just put my dispatchers out. Let's have a look at campaign where he's good. Right, 12-10. We're going to take out this. Going to take out this. Take out this one. We're going to leave Daisium. Where is Mutu? Do you know, I always think of Mewtwo from Pokemon because, yeah. No, we're going to take out Daisy. We're going to throw in Hoff and Catherine. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go and see how it does. This is the test. Why didn't you? You know, I really wish. Oh. Failed miserably on that. Okay, we're going to need to throw in space. We're going to have to do it 4-mana. I'm sorry. She should be higher up. This is not going very good for a showcase right now, is it, guys? It's not going very good for a showcase right now. It's crazy what one hero difference can make. Bringing in space. But you can see that Werewolf is staying with us the whole time. Because he's E1. We may lose someone here. No, we're safe just. See, if I was mangling it, I would be targeting this carry so that Mutu was getting the extra turn. But I like to do this on auto. Okay, so we're against the boss. Let's see how he can nuke against this. 690. Feebleness is on. Attack up's on. 1.15 twice. 2.3 million hit. That's a nasty hit. I mean, you can see like how much damage he can deal. So, you know, he is a very, very good hero. So campaign he can be using, especially early on. And remember, he's not an E5 hero at the moment. He's not E5. Dungeons, Faction Abyss, he's very useful. I believe he's Nameless Brotherhood. Let's just go to stage 18 a moment. Mutu, Hardak, Dustin. They should be able to do this together. Like a stage 18. Hardak's a mate. Oh, friggin' love. Look at that damage. And don't forget it is a 50% chance to get an extra piercing rate when landing a crit with Nameless Brotherhood. Massive. Massive. Especially when you've got Mutu on a crit rate build, because he's getting an extra piercing rate, meaning he can deal a ton of damage. Hear what Nid rolled. Now. Thank you. We'll save the effect it. I really did want to keep that for next up, but I feel like we're taking a lot of bleed damage. We should have used the effect down. Nearly killed ourselves there. Nearly killed ourselves. Okay, the leech is nice, and then the end of the wave there. Okay, now we need to put effect hit down on, because we don't want to be getting silenced by a Cindo. And watch this leech. Watch it. Look at his health here. Look at this. He's nearly full again. He's nearly full again. So now we can auto on the boss. And, you know, he can survive a long while against the boss one-on-one because of this leech. You know, he does so much damage, and to recover a ton of health back after it. I'm kind of covering Mutu, and I. Severe healing doesn't help, but I want to see kind of damage he did in comparison to Hardak, because there aren't enough people using Hardak at the moment. He is an amazing hero. Right, let's have a look at the damage. Okay, 12 million from Mutu. Just about 5.5 from Hardak. And look at the healing, 906,000. You know, if he was taking more damage, he would have healed even more. He can be used in guild boss battles if you don't have Lucifer and you're on a direct damage team. It's not like amazing though. Tower of Mark, potentially, but there are so many other heroes in this that really do, you know, shadow him. So earlier on stages, yeah, you can use him in Tower of Mark. Dwarven Ruins, E3, possibly Rum. You know, we could use him against Gwyneth, but he would need to have set like a set team with him. You're better off with damage over time on bosses. I'm not gonna lie. That's literally the way it is. And this video has gone on for a long time, 26 minutes. So if you did watch it all, thank you very much for watching. I try and put a lot of time into my videos. I hope I helped explain it a little bit on how Mutu works. And now that you've got him, congratulations to getting him for free. So on that note, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment below.